Well, hey, Beth. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Let's go ahead and get into Love and Hip Hop Miami. All right, y'all. So we start off where we left off with the Florence and her sister Gael opening up to her to let her know, girl, your man been smashing my woman. Period. She's like, girl, why you ain't tell me? She said, cause he paid me, girl. Okay, he was giving me money to not say anything. And now, you know what I'm saying? I just feel bad from keeping it from you. So I'm gonna let you know what's going on now. I'm like, see, that's a sister that you cannot trust that somebody can give her money to withhold information from you. Girl, so I feel like she putting your life and your health in jeopardy for a coin. No, ma'am. Okay. Now, when Florence hears this, she runs off to cry. I must say, I ain't seen not damn piece of a tear. Maybe y'all did because I didn't. Okay. I felt like, girl, she was using the best acting that she could in this particular moment. All right. Now, when she's ready to go talk to her husband, she goes to one of the restaurants that they own. And unfortunately, he ain't there. So she has to use one of the employees' numbers to call her man to see where he at so she can confront him about what she just heard. She hit him up, asking him where he at. He's like, oh, I was up there, but I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? It was raining and I had my motorcycle, so I had to come to the house. And when I get to the house, there ain't even no food there. He could tell from her tone that she's feeling away. It's like he already knows what's going to go down. Talk about something, it ain't no food. Don't distract. Don't you know when no food there when you left there earlier? And you got a whole restaurant. Why you ain't grab you something to eat from over here? Okay, so there's that. Okay, now when she catches up with him, she lets him know that listen, my sister went ahead and told me what was going on, and you was messing with her homegirl. Period. Okay. Now he tried to call the sister crazy. She was like, "But you said you gave." She said you gave her money. So what is that about? He was like, "The same reason I give everybody else money. She got kids. Okay, I gave her money for the kids and stuff." So basically, he trying to make this lady seem like she crazy as hell when she not. All right. She just lets him know, "Listen, you trying to play me for a fool, baby, and I just think that we're at a place where we need to take a break." Period. So that's where they are. And he's over there like, girl, how you gonna tell me I gotta go lay my head somewhere else when it's my house? I gotta go find somewhere else to sleep. And I'm like, kind of how she just told you, go find somewhere else to lay your head tonight because you're not laying there. And if you know what's good for you, you probably would want to go ahead and find somewhere else to lay your head to make sure she don't do nothing to you that night. Okay, so just go ahead and hopefully you don't go to whoever you was just. Hopefully you won't go back to their house and stay, child, with your little nasty self. Okay. Amara, she back home with her mama. We come to find out that not only is her mom living with her, but her dad is also living with her as well. She wants to know, she wanted to show her dad that she's a good daughter, even though he wasn't a good dad. Some part of me hates that. It kind of cringe, it makes me cringe a little bit that kids are so open to accepting their parents when their parents have been filed and it hasn't shown up for them their entire life. It's kind of like, no, get them that same energy. But it's like they always have a heart, right? But then at the same time, it's like if I were to see her not giving her dad a chance, I would be like, girl, you need to work on moving forward and developing a relationship with your dad. So it's kind of like, a little bit of being in the middle, not really sure how to feel. What else ended up happening? Her dad tells her that he loves her, although he may have been distant, but her mama makes no mistakes to remind her, girl, let me remind you that he was not around and he went ghost for about 5 years. I don't care what he's telling you now. All right, now you may have forgiven him, but I haven't. I'm going to remind you. The mama is one of the ones that has yet to let go of the past, okay? We see Noreaga, Ray J, and Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy comes over to hang out with the guys and to give them a cooking lesson because they don't know what the hell they're doing in the kitchen. Period. So it was good that he stopped by. He brings up the fact that he and Joy have been married for 20 years. He hasn't given her a divorce. They haven't moved forward with it because he does not want one. And I don't know, that could potentially be a good thing for Joy, that he doesn't want a divorce. So if anything were to happen to him, she probably has the right to make decisions and stuff. And I guess money and whatever will go back to her since they still married, right? But he does say that she got a new man. And he kind of tripping a little bit off the fact that she got a new man. But I'm kind of like, why are you tripping considering the fact that you had a new girl on the show when you first came on that season, I believe. So what you mad about? Okay, she didn't really trip too much. If she tripped, it was because the girl was disrespectful. But outside of that, she didn't really care what the hell you had going on. So why are you mad? All right, y'all ain't been together in about 10 years or so. So I'm confused, but all right. So Florence, we're back with Florence. Okay, she's still working at the shop. She tells her friend about her man cheating, and for some reason, her friend don't look too surprised by this information. So it's leading me to believe that her man is a serial cheater. That's the energy that I'm getting. All right, her friend also tells her that her sister can be a secretive person, and she also can be a manipulator too. See, I knew something was going on to where you can't really trust that sister because it's something about her. You just cannot trust her. Okay. So Joy B-Day comes around. Trina does this surprise B-Day party for her. Trick Daddy shows up. Who else shows up? Her new boo shows up with gifts in hand. Bobby Lights are doing too much, being messy, going around the corner, meet her new guy, talking about how he need to meet Trick Daddy. Come with me so you can go meet Trick Daddy. I said, Bobby, you so damn messy, but it was funny as hell. And Joy was like, Bobby, go ahead and take your ass on. Go ahead and go from around here, honey. Go ahead and go on. It was too funny. Amara and her dad, okay? So she's having a talk with her dad. She wants her parents to have a sit down and talk out their issues. Her dad tells her the reason why he left PR, he left to go to Puerto Rico, or either he left from Puerto Rico. Basically, he left with the intention of bringing her and her mom back with him. But he says that her mom ended up having a whole nother man. And that's what led him to go and be with a whole nother woman. And she said, well, what was that time frame from the time that you left, from the time you got a whole nother woman? He was like, it was about 5 months. Now, when I first heard this story, I was like, I don't believe anything her dad is saying. I don't believe him. She tells him that he never came back for her, though. Even when he got things figured out, he never came back to her, came back for his daughter. He gonna tell her that the relationship was already over. It doesn't matter what the relationship was, You still had a daughter that was yours, okay, that you were obligated to take care of. Okay, so when I hear that, it makes me feel like, sir, you're full of shit. Now, I felt like the only reason her dad has come back into her life is because she's ran into some money. To be honest, that's why I feel like that. Her dad says that he asked her for forgiveness, and of course she's going to give that to him, right? So it is what it is. Meanwhile, Florence at the studio working on another song with another producer. She gets real. First of all, she steps out the studio to have a conversation with her sister Gael, because she wants to have a conversation with her sister and her husband face to face. And I'm kind of like, why would you step out of a studio to address some mess? Deal with that before you go in or after you come from there. But I guess. So while she's in the studio, she goes in the booth with the producer who said he's been eyeing her and her work. She does some type of song with him, and they grinding and feeling all up on each other. So ain't no telling. She probably gonna mess around and cheat on him, just like he cheated on her. But we shall see how that's going to play out. Okay. Now, when it comes to Amara and her mom, okay, she pulls her mom to the side because she never knew anything about her mom dealing with another man. That was some new information to her. So when she brought it to her mom opens up and she's honest. And she says his name was Eduardo or something like that. Eduardo or something. So it was another man, basically. And that was shocking for her to hear and for me to hear, because I was believing the dad. So now when the mom comes out and she confirms that she indeed was talking to somebody else, makes me look at her like she's a little sketchy too. And at this point, both of y'all liars. Y'all the same person. At this point, the only difference is that her mom was there to be there with you through all your rites of passage and everything else that you went through, whereas your daddy was nowhere to be fucking found. And that was about choice as well. So that was a bit, girl, that was a bit awkward. But when the daddy was talking, I guess he wasn't owning up to everything that the mom wanted him to own up to. So he was kind of trying to skirt around some stuff. And that's when the mama wanted to haul off and slap him, honey. But Amara was just like, listen, I've never had you two in the same place at one time. And now I finally get to do that at this point in my life. So please don't rob me of this experience. So they just gonna have to be able to work through their problems. But I also feel like the problems ain't gonna go away until they address some of the things of the past. I think the mama still holds some type of resentment against him. And I feel like the daddy doesn't give a damn for real how she feeling, as long as his daughter is continuing to be there to take care of him. But honey, that's that. The episode was cool for what it was. Florence has a pretty interesting storyline with everything going on with her sister. I also feel like the sister probably pimps out her girls when she says she was messing with my girl or my girlfriend. I feel like the sister may have more than one girl that she deals with, and I feel like she may potentially pimp those girls out, which is why Florence's man paid her money, not only to pay for old girl, but to pay for her to be quiet as well. But those are my thoughts on the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. You guys hop down in the comments down below and let me know how you felt about the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.